Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to do a Season 1 review of the ABC original television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. Just so you guys know, this series premiered last September 30th of 2012, and as of November 16th of last year, 666 Park Avenue was canceled by ABC. It was canceled for mainly two reasons. One was low ratings, but the main reason for 666 Park Avenue on ABC being canceled was the destruction of Hurricane Sandy to the props in the area and the set design and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff was destroyed, so that was the main reason they canceled it, was because of Hurricane Sandy. Well, a lot of times with canceled television series, a lot of times they just have sort of a cliffhanger ending. You have no idea what happens because the series was canceled. But the good thing about 66 Park Avenue was the producers and the makers and the creators of the show were given enough time to rewrite the last 4 episodes of Season 1, and that'll be it. So 666 Park Avenue is just going to have one season. We will not see any more of 666 Park Avenue because it was canceled. The ending is still, a pretty big cliffhanger, but we are given enough of an ending to get a gist in the basics of what happens. We don't get to see what exactly happens, but we know what's going to happen because of the ending that they rewrote. So I really enjoyed the ending. Just so you guys know, the last episode that premiered in the US was, I believe, December 2nd of last year, and the entire season has already premiered in some countries, such as Australia and Spain. I know have already premiered the entire season, and the United States will premiere the last 4 episodes on ABC, I believe, sometime this summer. So be looking for the last 4 episodes sometime in May or June. Myself, I have already seen the last 4 episodes, so in this video, I will be talking about the series as a whole, my thoughts and opinions on the series, and mainly, I have already reviewed the last 9 episodes, so I won't talk about them a lot, but I'm mainly going to be talking about the last 4 episodes, and what I thought about the ending. Were the characters developed enough? Was the ending developed enough? We're all going to find out my opinion right now in this video, so let's get to it. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about 666 Park Avenue, where it came from, who created it, the plot of it, that sort of thing. So, if you don't know, 666 Park Avenue is sort of a supernatural drama horror series that was created by a guy by the name of David Wilcox. David Wilcox was the screenwriter for the series. He is known for mainly doing series such as Law and Order, but he is mainly known for being the co-executive producer and the writer of Season 2 of the sci-fi original television series by the name of Fringe. That's what he's mainly known for doing, is Fringe. He left. He came in Season 2, and then he left after the end of Season 3, and then Season 4 was somebody else. But David Wilcox is mainly known for doing Fringe. And then the 66 Park Avenue is also based off a book. It's based off a book. I don't know the differences between the book, honestly. I don't know if they're similar. I don't know if they're different. I have no idea. All I know is that I think 66 Park Avenue has about three books. I think there's 2 out now, and I think a third one is to come out soon. Gabriella Pierce is the person who wrote the book, and I believe the book came out, I think 2010, something like that. So the book is not too old. Anyway, so that's where the idea of 666 Park Avenue comes. David Wilcox is the creator, based off a book by Gabriella Pierce. Now, the series all revolves around this place called the Drake Hotel. And this Drake Hotel is pretty much, it's this demonic place where all these weird, supernatural people getting sucked into walls, hands coming out of the walls, all these weird things are happening. And these 2 people come in to manage the place. And I don't want to say too much more, but that's pretty much the gist of the series. We have Henry Martin, and I forget the girl's name. But these 2 people come in for a manager position. Of course, as the series goes on, they get hired, and they start to get involved in all these weird and strange occurrences at the Drake Hotel. That's pretty much the plot of the ABC television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. And now that I've told you the plot, I'm going to give you pretty much my opinions. Let's talk about the first half of the series before we get to the ending. I'll talk about the last 4 episodes in a second. Let's talk about episodes 1 through 9 as a whole, just for the first few minutes of this video. As for episodes 1 through 9, I really enjoyed this series. The best thing about 66 Park Avenue was just the crazy imagery it had. No, 66 Park Avenue is not a flawless series. It had just a few problems, and a few of those problems I'll discuss right now, is that a lot of times they would give you this really cool imagery, but they wouldn't really give an explanation for it. Like, they would give you, like, this really cool, crazy scene, and you're like, whoa, you know, that was awesome. And the ideology and the ideas, the mythology behind it seems really cool, but there's not a lot of why this happened or how. They don't really, it's, I guess you could call it a plot hole, but they don't really give a good explanation sometimes of what happens. But besides that, the best thing about 666 Park Avenue is just the crazy imagery. I mean, you're like, around the last few episodes, this priest sees, like, he sees the earth, and he sees the earth as hell, and it's just like fires everywhere, like there's cliffs, and it was just really crazy imagery. And at first you're like, whoa, this is cool, but why is this happening? 666 Park Avenue had a problem with telling you the exact explanation of why certain things are going on. Another problem 666 Park Avenue had was the subplots. A lot of times, like, one of the subplots were Henry Martin throughout the series is slowly, he goes from being like the manager of the Drake Hotel to slowly being a council, to being a councilman in the seat of council for whatever city they're in. I forget. Manhattan. There you go, Manhattan. So he slowly goes from being this struggling manager to a guy of the city council. And I didn't mind the plot when it got towards the end, but at first, in some of the episodes, I felt that little subplot interfered with the main idea of 666 Park Avenue. And the main idea of 666 Park Avenue was the Drake Hotel. Why are these things happening at the Drake Hotel? You know, why? Who is Gavin? You know, who is Gavin Durant? Who is his wife Olivia? You know, why are they so strange? And, you know, what's their connection to the Drake? I mean, that's the gist of the series. You know, what is the Drake? How is it able to do these things? And I felt that sometimes the subplots, such as Henry Martin becoming the council seat, I felt that sometimes those subplots interfered with the main idea as a whole. Another subplot would be the writer, I think his name was Brian, and then his I forget his wife's name, but a lot of times it would focus on them, and then there was this girl that Brian had an affair with for a while, and a lot of times it would focus on them. Just like a lot of times the episode, it would go back and forth from Henry going to the council seat, back to Brian having problems with his wife because he's having an affair with his wife and his wife don't know, and that whole thing. And sometimes those subplots got in the way, and I didn't mind, or I minded it sometimes. You know, those subplots got in the way. And other times, I didn't mind the subplots. At times, I thought they were done well, and at other times, they got in the way. So it kind of just depended on the episode. But as a whole, I really felt the first 9 episodes were really spectacular. One of my favorite episodes actually was episode 9, Hypnos, where Whoopi Goldberg had a little cameo in, and she was like this psychic character that Rachel Taylor's, you know, the main actress in the show, Rachel Taylor's character went to her for advice and that sort of thing. But overall, the first 9 episodes of 666 Park Avenue were really well done. So now let's get to my opinion of the ending, mainly episodes 10 through 13 of the ABC original television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. You know, I said a second ago how I had a problem with the subplots and that sort of thing. Well, now that I've seen season 1, I've seen the entire series as a whole now, because we're not going to see a season 2 or anything like that. I have to say that I didn't mind the subplots at all in this episode. You know, Henry Martin finally became, you know, the city council chair or whatever. I didn't mind that at all. You know, I actually didn't mind that subplot. A few of these episodes focused on Brian and the affair that he had with his wife. I didn't mind that subplot at all either. I actually really enjoyed. I mean, you know, earlier I also said the 666 Park Avenue had a problem with explaining things. They gave you this really cool imagery, and I'm telling you, 666 Park Avenue, the last 4 episodes, episodes 10 through 13, give you this extremely cool imagery, and you're just like, whoa. And at first, like episode 11 gives you this really cool image of hell, and you have no idea why you're seeing it.